Hello, this is Alphonse. Welcome to today's movement sequence. I have prepared a very fine movement sequence for you. The topic is the jaw, but not just how to open the mouth, maybe more easier, maybe a little bit wider and more gracefully with more control, but also how the many movements of the jaw connect with other parts of yourself. For example, the pelvis. How do the hip joints influence the movements of the jaw? So I think a very interesting lesson is ahead of us. Also, with every video like this, I make a post on Patreon with a little bit of background info on the movement sequence. So I invite you to head over to Patreon, become a patron if you're not already, and get access, of course, to the posts that come with these videos. So now right into the movement sequence. We will start in lying on the back, or at least you should be reclined in your favorite chair or in your bed. Best to be on your back, and let's get right to it. So when you come on your back, please make sure that you have enough space overhead so you can extend one arm or both arms. So there's enough space. We'll need that later. And your legs, just have them relax or put something behind your knees or place your legs in any way you feel comfortable. And face forwards in space. Maybe close your eyes, my voice will guide you, and bring your attention to your jaw. Maybe use your hand at first, or both your hands, to feel your jaw somewhere. Your jaw is somewhere in your face, somewhere beneath your nose. There's your mouth, and then you have two lips, upper lip and lower lip, and two lines of teeth. The upper line of teeth, which is attached to the skull, and the lower line of teeth, which is attached to your, or part of your jaw. So there you have it. And you can feel with your fingers backwards to your ears and below your ears, and with your fingertips, maybe you can find, if you palpate, if you push down gently, you can find bony structures in your jaw. So open your mouth a little bit, just a little bit. So almost like you just relax your jaw. And when you relax your jaw, your teeth are not touching, your teeth are apart. And move your chin forwards. So that's our first movement. Move your chin forwards towards the ceiling. It's like you're opening a drawer. So you push your chin forwards towards the ceiling, not too hard, just a movement. And then let your jaw, your chin, come back to its starting position. So that's our movement. Your mouth is slightly open, and you push your chin forwards towards the ceiling, and then you let go again, and you let your chin sink into the starting position. And when you start to do this, to move your chin forwards towards the ceiling, and then you can notice you can either move the chin backwards into its starting position, or you can let it fall into the starting position. Two different techniques, because when you lie on your back and you move your chin forwards, that's a muscular effort, and with your hands you can feel the movement, and when you let go, the chin just falls that's the perks when we have muscles and tendons and tissue. The jaw doesn't fall to the floor. If we're just a skeleton, the jaw would just fall down. But no, it's attached to the face. But yes, so there's another direction too. The second direction is backwards. So see if you can find this movement from the starting position where you just relaxed on your back, and instead of moving your chin forwards towards the ceiling, try to draw the chin backwards a little bit towards the floor. Of course, you will notice, first of all, where's this movement? So it's the opposite direction. So when you start with your chin forwards and then you let it come back, 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 you just continue the motion backwards. So pull your chin a little bit backwards to the floor. Of course, it's just a tiny movement. Doesn't move much backwards. It goes forwards a lot more than it goes backwards. Is that right? Is that true? And always, if you like, you can use your hands to guide, to accompany the movement, to be able to feel the movement better. Okay, then just rest. We take a short break. So that was the chin forwards and backwards. And in between is a resting position where the chin is not forwards and not backwards. And then when you rest, we will do a little bit of a sensory awareness exercise to become more aware of our jaw. So bring your attention to your tongue and the tip of your tongue. Where is the tip of your tongue? Is the tip of your tongue on your palate, up? Where is the parking position of your tongue? And then move the tip of your tongue against the teeth of your lower line. So that your lower teeth from the inside. So touch the inside of your teeth with the tip of your tongue. So you push with the tip of your tongue against your front teeth, the lower front teeth, and maybe you can feel with the tip of your tongue the space in between the front teeth, the lower front teeth, and then slide your tongue a little bit left, so maybe you can feel the space in between the second tooth and the first tooth, and when you slide further, maybe you can feel, maybe you can count your tooth to the left, 1, 2. So you have the front, the exact front, and then a little bit to the left. So there's 1, 2 teeth. I hope you have all the teeth there. And then continue to the left. So there's the third tooth from the inside, the tip of your tongue. And where's the tooth? And where's the gum line? And we're just looking for the position of the teeth. This is not an assessment of the state or quality of the teeth. It's just to feel, can we locate the tooth, and maybe the fourth tooth and the fifth tooth, and how many are there? How many do you have on your left side? I have 7, but maybe there's like 8. Maybe you have 8, or maybe you have a broken tooth. But again, not so much. Don't look with your tip of your tongue, the tip of your tongue, that's nice, yeah? The tip of your tongue, don't look for your problems, but look for if you can slide, if you can paint, it's almost like you paint your teeth and your gum line. And then try to go around your last tooth on the left side. Can you bend your tongue in a way you can go around the back of your last tooth? Okay, and then come forwards again. Arrive in your parking position, and then do the same exploration to the right. So slide the tip of your tongue to the right. So maybe you can feel the difference between your first tooth and your lower tooth on the right side and the second one, the first and the second. You have a space in between maybe, and the third one, and the fourth and the fifth, and see if you can slide your tongue to the right side. And when you slide your tongue, you can also feel, when you slide your tongue to the right, do you roll your head to the right? Do you move your chin to the right? You can feel with your hand. When you move the tongue inside your mouth, do you also move your chin? Do you move your eyes, maybe? Do you roll your head? And that's good. That's okay when you move other parts of yourself. So we're not in school where you have to be 100% still and quiet. You can move. You're allowed to move. So when you move your tongue to the left, you can roll a little bit to the left. 100% okay. Okay, so that's the inside. But can you slide your tongue over the outside of your teeth? Can you reach with your tongue around? So put your tip of your tongue in between the outside of your lower teeth and your lip. So you slide around, and can you identify, could you count your teeth on your left side? And then could you count your teeth on your right side? So you slide your tongue on the outside, not looking for food, no. But we're looking to count the teeth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just be able to, actually we're just doing movements, but we need to have a purpose. So we're looking for our teeth, we're counting the teeth. And then can you slide with your tongue on your lower lip? So, and what do you do with your lower lip when you slide with your tongue on your lower lip? Do you curl your lip inside, or do you move your lip outside away? You can try to widen your mouth, to widen your lower lip, like you would smile, and then try to slide your tongue over your lower lip. When you smile, see, can you reach the corner? And if nobody's watching, you could slide your tongue outwards. Can you reach your chin? I have one friend who can reach the chin with his tongue. He's not a cow, he's a human. Yes, so, and we only do the lower jaw. So we could do the same exploration on the top line of teeth, but you only do it, and so just to get more aware of the jaw from the inside. Okay, so I think it's an interesting, it gets the juices flowing, and it gives you more awareness of your inner space of your mouth. Just a little exploration. We could do a longer video later. If you're a patron, we will discuss this. And let's continue with today's movement sequence. So come back again to your parking position after this mouth exploration and feel. Maybe your mouth is more juicy now. Maybe you're more aware of your mouth now. And open your mouth just a little bit. Yes, just let it fall open and move your chin to the left. Let your chin move to the left. And see, if you move the chin to the left, does your head roll to the left? So you could either allow your head to roll together with your chin, or you could hold your head stiffly and only move the chin to the left. But if you do this video, this movement sequence again and again, you will feel that actually the head is rolling together with the chin. Actually, put your left arm, extend your left arm to the left. So have your left arm on the floor to the left, and bend your left knee to the left, and put your right hand on your belly. So you have a tendency towards the left. It's almost like you start to roll to the left, or you could stand your right foot and have your right knee a little bit to the left. So you're oriented a little bit to the left, and then do the same exploration with your chin. So open your mouth a little bit and move your chin to the left. And allow your head to roll to the left when you move your chin to the left. And do this slower, maybe park a little bit to the left. So keep your head to the left and your chin to the left. And maybe you can feel the skin on your face. Even if you're young and your skin is tight and beautiful, even then you can feel the gravity, and the skin is is heavier on the left side. So the skin on the left side is hanging just in your feeling. It might not be visible at all. Just in your feeling, it's hanging to the left, whereas the right is resting on top. Do you get my meaning? So when your head is turned to the left, gravity will pull on your face. It will pull on your jaw and on your tongue, and just feel this movement. So move your chin, keep your head roll to the left, and move your chin to the left and let go, to the left and let go, to the left and let go. And every time you let go, you stop pushing your chin to the left. You might feel the resting position is more off to the left. Just a small movement, just a small push. You have your mouth a little bit open, and then you move the jaw a little bit to the left, a little bit more, and then you let go. And again, let it either snap back or move it back, and do less and less effort. There should not be effort. It's not a fitness exercise, not at all. It's a movement exploration. So feel, let yourself fall, be the movement, just a little more. It does not have a big, we're not generating energy here. It's just maybe a millimeter or less, just the chin a little bit to the left, ever so gently. So you can feel, it is a tendency to the left, and with your hands you can feel the joints of your jaw next to your ears, and you can feel gravity. Maybe you can feel your breathing, and maybe you can feel your heart. And then return back to a center position, to a middle position, the parking in the in the middle, central park. And just feel how you're lying. How is it now to lie on your back? So maybe the head has a tendency to roll. Maybe it's not the same anymore. Maybe you're so free now to the left. Right? No, left. Left? Okay, let's do the same thing to the right. So extend your right arm outwards to the right and bend your right knee to the right. So have your right leg hanging to the right side. Put your left hand on your belly. Maybe even stand your left foot and have your left knee hang to the right. And then have your mouth a little bit open and move your jaw to the right. And every time you move your jaw to the right, maybe you can feel the head wants to roll to the right, or maybe you have to put the head in a different location and allow the head to roll to the right together with the movement of your jaw, and then return to this quality or enter this quality of easing into the movement, of feeling your breathing, of allowing yourself to breathe and allow your heart a space to beat. And maybe have your head rolled to the right, and then just ever so gently move your jaw a little bit more to the right and a little bit less to the right. Or maybe when you move your jaw to the right, it just falls back to center, or maybe it keeps hanging to the right side. Maybe you can feel the right side of your face closer to the floor when your head is turned to the right. Maybe you can feel the left side of your face resting on top of your head. And with your whole being, become this movement of gently moving your jaw to the right and let go again. Move it a little bit to the right and let it return to wherever is the the resting position when your head is turned to the right. And melt more to the floor with this being turned towards your right. You're oriented towards rolling to the right. And then it's time to return to center, central parking position on your back, and just feel, wow, that's a totally different quality of coming to rest on your back. Where did this come from, this comfort, this letting go, this being focused in the present moment, being fully present, fully aware, and resting so nicely on the back. Now, just open your mouth a little bit and open it more and let go again. And when you open your mouth, tilt your head a little bit backwards. In fact, please stand your feet, so your feet are standing and you're somewhere in a position where they're almost standing on their own. And the knees are towards the ceiling, of course. So, and then we had this in many lessons before. So if you're not familiar with this, you might look in my YouTube channel for the lessons that have a pelvic clock or a movement of the pelvis, or my Getting Better Day by Day series. So push with your feet against the floor in order to roll the pelvis backwards. And when the pelvis rolls backwards, which means your lower back is pressed more towards the floor, the head is rolling upwards. So your chin is coming closer towards the ceiling. So your head is rolling upwards and your chin is opening, your mouth is opening. So help by pushing with your feet. So when your feet push, the pelvis rolls backwards, and because the pelvis rolls backwards, it pushes the spine upwards and it rolls the head upwards or backwards. And at the same time, open your mouth. Okay, this kind of movement. Start with your feet. The feet push the pelvis, and the pelvis pushes the spine, and the spine pushes the head, and it opens your mouth. And back again. And when you take weight from the feet, when you almost lift the feet, then the pelvis rolls forwards, and the lower back lifts from the floor, and the chin, the head is pulled towards your pelvis, and your chin comes closer to your chest and your mouth closes. So it's a very small movement, and make this a very small movement. It's almost invisible. So it's maybe not enough to put an apple in your mouth by far, but it's not enough to put a pizza in your mouth either. So it's just a very slight opening. So you roll your pelvis and you open your mouth and close your mouth. So opening and closing just a little bit. And feel this connection between rolling your pelvis and rolling your head and opening and closing your mouth. Or you could start with opening your mouth and then deliberately roll your head and roll your pelvis. So instead of pushing with the feet to open your mouth, you open your mouth first and let everything else follow. Now we will exaggerate this a little bit. Come back into your starting position on the back with both feet extended, both legs extended, and stand your right foot. So only your right foot is standing and your left leg is long. And then bring your left arm up overhead on the floor. So extend your left arm on the floor and look up towards your left hand. So also a movement we had in previous videos. So you can push with your right foot against the floor to roll your pelvis to the left and look up to your left hand, your left thumb or left index finger. And when you look up, when you orient, let's say, you orient your nose, not only looking, but you bring your nose towards your index finger. And then you open the mouth. And don't just open the mouth, but touch your tip of your tongue to your chin. No, just extend your tongue outwards like you would lick some very, very delicious ice cream. So if you're into ice cream, but you can also lick a meatball. I don't know if you, but if you look up to your index finger, so you push with your right foot, you roll your pelvis to the left, you look up to your index finger and really try to get your tongue out like in a dance. What's this? Where is that? In New Zealand, where the dancers, the men, have the tongue out. So really push your tongue out. But no strain. It's not a loud dance. It's just a very quiet movement sequence. Let's add something to this. So bring your right hand to standing like in a bridge position. So the palm of your right hand is on the floor next to your right ear. Like like the young girls, they can go into a bridge position. So, and move the back of your head below the bridge, under the bridge. So now you can just look at me and copy it. Have we had this movement in another video? I'm not too sure. But anyway, so it's just to bring the back of your head through the gate that is formed by your right arm. And this is to make sure you really go into a back extension. The movement is not just stuck in the top of your neck, but the movement is performed in the entirety of your neck and your upper chest. Yes, so like this. Your head really goes backwards and you extend your tongue when you look up. Okay. Yeah. I give you a half a minute to explore this movement or take a break. So generous of me. This is not school. You can do what you want. You can take a break. You can just watch. You can participate. You are free. You're a free human being. You can do what you want. But I will wait for you 10 more seconds to do what you want. And then we continue with this lesson. So return onto your back, on your back, and see how that feels like. And swiftly we continue to the left side. So stand your left foot, your left knee towards the ceiling, your right arm overhead. Stand your left hand for your left arm in the bridge position, and then look up with your nose towards your right hand and open your mouth and stick out your tongue. And bring the back of your head under the bridge that is formed by your left arm. So you push with your left foot against the floor to roll your pelvis to the right and look up towards your right hand and open your mouth, stick out your tongue and the tip of your tongue towards your chin. a couple of times. Maybe it's difficult to make this a very relaxed movement, but then return on your back. 10 more seconds. And feel how you're resting now. And yes, and then return to the movement of your mouth. So open your mouth, and maybe when you open your mouth, you push your head backwards to make space for the opening. But you can make it smaller and smaller so you can start to feel the details. Interlace your hands, bring your hands behind your head, stand your feet, knees towards the ceiling, bring your elbows towards the ceiling and lift your head to look towards your feet. And you can push with your feet against the floor to roll your pelvis backwards, to push with your lower back or your middle of your back against the floor. Okay, so we had all the direction. We had the chin forwards and backwards, left and right, and up and open and close. So if you have your mouth relaxed now, where is the parking position of your jaw? And how is it to move your jaw a little bit to the left? And how easy it is to roll the head to the left when you move your chin to the left or to the right? And when you open your mouth, can you roll your head to look overhead? And when you close your mouth, you can push your neck towards the floor. And maybe your mouth is now more, I don't know, more fluid in its movements. A whole lot of ideas in this lesson that you can carry on in your everyday life and can remember. So I think very interesting and a lot to be taken from this lesson. So, but the last thing we have to do is to get up and face the world in standing. So let's do this and see how it is to be standing. Upright. Yes? Huh? How is it to have such a loose jaw? Is it loose or is it more tight? Is it better organized? What do you feel? How do you feel? How is your chest? How is your pelvis? Keep observing for the next 10 minutes, maybe during the day or the next day. It's not just about the movements, but also about your perception and how you remember it and how you integrate it. Integration, yes? All right. So it was my pleasure to present you this movement sequence, of course, an invention, my own arrangement. Thank you so much for watching. Always welcome to become my Patreon if you're not already, and see you in the next video.